final time for us to bring national badminton coach Pullela Gopichand into the show. Welcome, Gopi. While it was quite ideal that two of your wards were playing the final, how difficult was it to watch? Did you watch it live at all?
Well, I did watch bits and pieces of it. It was not greatly interesting. So I watched it towards the end, yes, and the beginning part. Yeah, I've seen them play many times at the academy. It was interesting to see how their strategies would play each one. But overall, I think it was a good match.
Sure, it was a nerve-wracking time for you. Did you speak with both of them before the final? What did you have to tell them individually?
Well, I think whenever two of my players play, normally I don't tend to speak to them, and that's what I did. I didn't speak to any of them. And we exchanged some messages on the group, and that's what it was.
Well, these two boys have been with you for over a decade and they train together. They're sparring partners too. Going into the final, what do you think both of them would have been thinking about each other? It was the biggest match of their careers.
Well, I'm sure that it was a big match for both of them. I think a Super Series finals is very important. I think for Sai it was the first, and for Srikanth also. It's been some time before he had won his previous two Super Series events. So I think both had a point to make, and they have definitely trained hard for these events. So I think there was nothing to be taken easily about. So I'm sure both have prepared to the best for that match.
As a coach, it's a big moment for you. Did you think that there would be two Indian boys fighting it out in a Super Series final?
Well, it was tough. I would say that I expected the women to do it first, but I think it's very good that the men have done it.
Interesting that you talk about women. You've given India so much success with Saina, Sindhu. Comparatively, the success of the men was not consistent to start with, but you know, it has been coming now, though it is late. How satisfactory is that?
Well, I think it's really good because you have players like Srikanth is 23, Sai, Praneeth, they're about 24, and pretty young bunch, whether it's Samir, Saurav and this group, or whether it's Kashyap and Ajay Jairam. Well, I think overall it's a good to have these players who have a few more years left in them, and I'm sure in the years to come we'll have more of these and such kinds of wins.
Now, it always is intriguing as to how, you have produced a bunch of these players. What is your secret to this incredible success? We know you're a very strict coach, but what's the secret? What's the one secret you are prepared to reveal now?
Well, I think nothing different. I think each of it revolves around hard work and over many years. I think they've all been here. Sai has been there from the very beginning, almost about 12 to 13 years, and then Srikanth has been there since almost 2009. I think that's about 7 to 8 years. So I think they've spent a lot of time with me. We've got a good system going. There are a lot of coaches, support staff who really work hard and ensure that the atmosphere in training is very good. And it's just the amount of work which we put in, and that's what gives us the confidence that we can play the best in the world.
Well, it is not just a special day for Gopi the coach, but Gopi the father as well, because your daughter Gayatri have won singles and doubles titles at the under-15 level in Jakarta. How pleasing is that? Well,
I think it's a good victory. I think, having said that, it's too early to say anything beyond that. But it's good because out of the 8 semi-finals, and this had countries like Indonesia, Korea, Malaysia, Chinese Taipei, Thailand participate in this, so it's a pretty decent level tournament. And to have our girls out of the 8 quarterfinals, 4 were from India, from the academy, and out of the 4 semi-finals, 3 were there from the academy, and both the players in the finals were my girls. So whether it's Gayatri, Samya, Kavipriya, Meghna or Tasneem, I think all of them have really done well, and it's good to see that a bunch of them are among the top in the Asian countries, apart from China, in this tournament, which is good to see.
Right. Gopi, one final question. There's a lot of success on one day. How do you celebrate now?
Well, I think the kids are going to be back tonight at 11, so we've postponed the celebrations till they've come. Definitely tomorrow we'll have a big party. And it's been great. I think overall, I think whether it's Sai, Srikanth or whether it's the group of girls and Vikas, who did very well to win about 5 medals in the Asian Grand Prix Junior. I think it's been a great week for us, and we'll definitely celebrate.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show, Gopi, and hoping that there is an Olympic medalist from that bunch of boys very soon as well.